I just saw him beat Drew 4-0, which is quite the achievement. And the Godfather is player 2, Sami Cetin, who has, I think, the second most medals of anyone in CDM. I don't know how well he's done in battle mode lately, but he's always top 4 material. Actually, let me try to find the statistics between these two, as they have met in the past, I am certain. Where's that glorious website? Still no balloons lost, so I should have time to look this up. Julien. And Sami. Go. Yeah, just my internet was down for a second. Oh, I need to fix this. Thanks, Patrick, for fixing this. So it seems the times they have met before, it's been 14 wins for Julien, 8 wins for Sami, and 2 draws. But that is across all modes. They met twice in battle mode last year, and Julien won both with pretty tight score lines, so they're roughly evenly matched, with Julien probably the favorite. So let's get into the match. There's only been 1 balloon lost so far. And they are driving different characters. Some differences in speed, acceleration, turning corners, and as a result, the red firing corners. Oh, Julien gets hit by a green, and oh, Sami, yeah, the red came back. It's just a sloppy mistake from Julien. I'm not used to seeing that. So when you get hit by a green, like that, you're pretty much a sitting duck for like 3 full seconds. Sami was quick enough to fire off a red, and that was that. A nice shot. Oh, it's still going. That's one crazy red. Julien got away though, but that was such a crazy shot. And as if I haven't mentioned, feel free to ask any questions in chat, and I'll try my best to explain the differences of characters, driving styles, the different techniques of battle mode. Anything you may have a question about, I'll try my best. The star and the red, one of the strongest combos, no doubt. Sami manages to dodge the initial threat. There's a red showdown. Oh wow, that was close. Sami almost had the shot there. Oh, very nice item cancel by Julien. It's also a very tricky technique to do. I'll explain that later. Simple dodge from Sami. Both reds. As I've mentioned, the number of ways you can dodge reds is very high, but you have to apply different methods of dodging reds. Depending on the speed, the corner you're next to, the speed of your opponent, the speed of the shell, the items you have, the items your opponent gets after he fires the red. There's just a bunch of on-the-spot decisions you have to make regarding the dodging of red shells. Oh, Julien. Oh, wow. 2 quick ones and the third. Crazy French hat-trick for Julien there. That was so fast. Suddenly it can just explode if one player gets hit like that. And as you saw, it did. I call that a French hat-trick, but that's not the official term, obviously. Red star combo. Oh, nice driving by Sami. That was very creative. That's also part of the skill set for battle mode. You have to drive in a sort of an unpredictable pattern, but you still have to be confident enough in your pattern so that you keep your speed up. So what you see these players do is jump into walls and blocks and everything. Jumping into it on purpose lets you keep a much higher percentage speed than if you ran into a wall to a dead stop. If you do that, the opponent's gonna eventually kill you for it. Hey Gotchan, this is Marius Hukolos. That's not how I pronounce the name, but that's how people hear it. Also known as Sargoth on the message boards. Perhaps not the bona fide SMK expert player, but I've got some experience watching and commentating SMK, so hopefully I'll be able to do it justice. Also, I somehow wasn't signed up for battle mode today, so it works out. Oh, wow, nice green effort by Sami. So, in a sense, greens are harder to dodge than reds, because there are less ways of doing it, but shooting an on-target green is a rare thing. Basically, only the top players can master the greens. And some people are more known for it than others. Like Gio, who's sadly not here this year, is probably the best green player in the world. But he has been showing that for years. Since, I don't know, 10 years ago at least. He's been showing out the extreme green strats, and also overall he's been doing very good in battle mode, but couldn't make it this year, sadly. Yeah, so not much happening yet on this track, but suddenly any mistake, you hit a random green, get hit by a star, it could all be over. But for now they're just feeling it out. Trying to get into prime position. They both have red, so let's see how this... Yeah. A nice shot by Sami, but Scoob was never afraid, so he just fires his own red as the other one approaches. Two things can happen. The red can cancel each other out by hitting each other, but they can also cancel, sort of an item cancel, also called a pay-brew. Is that you get some slight invincibility frames when you fire an item in this game. So if you jump and fire the item at the exact same moment the red hits you, or should hit you, you'll just jump through it. So that's called a pay-brew or an item cancel. It's a very strong technique, but it's also quite hard. It's something only the top players can do consistently. Nice red by Sami. Maybe this. Oh, can he get around this? Oh, yeah. Scoob barely got away from that red. Sami is sort of in a driver's seat now. You can even see Scoob wasting his reds. because he just wants to get away from the star. Oh, too soon on the firing there. It's strange. I thought he would be able to time it better. So you can actually shoot an opponent with a red. You can shoot it before the star ends and have it hit just as the star disappears. It's hard to do, but it can be pretty efficient. You just have to know the exact time of the length of the star, which I believe is 10 seconds, but you can better measure it from the music of the star. Sadly, I don't have game audio here, so I'm just going off the visuals. Nice shot by Sami. Sami's up 2-1. That's this would be a little bit of an upset if Sami takes down Scoob. But this is the preliminary group stage, so it wouldn't be too big of a deal for Scoob, I believe. Also on this track, it's quite a bit harder to hit each other with reds. Because of the walls and the narrow spaces. So greens are usually more of a decider here. If you get hit by a green, or just the fact that the random greens will be bouncing back and forth all the time. You really have to pay attention to those here. Again, the reds, just not as potent. Nice shot. So Scoob implemented 2 red dodge tactics there. We both did the wall ride, which pretty much means if it's a straight red shot, the wall will come between the cart and the shell at some point, making sure it crashes. He also dropped the banana straight behind him, which will also interact with the red shell. So he kind of doubled down on the dodging there, and yeah, easily worked out. On this course, you could see 20 red shells do absolutely nothing. And then 1 star will be 3 balloons and death. That's a nice shot by Sami. Oh, it hits, yeah. Julien was not ready for that. Or rather, he messed up his entry into the lane. Oh, wow. I think Sami could have fired there, but he obviously wasn't certain it was going to hit. Star. And the red combo, is this gonna be it? Nice dodge. Wall ride dodge. And he also has to dodge Sami like he's the plague, because that star is lethal. Oh wow! Sami fails to dodge a red, and then we're tied up with 2 balloons. So Scoob or Julien has to win this to make it a tie for 2-2, which is definitely something he wants. Sami is probably good either way, winner or draw. Against Scoob is, yeah, it's good. Also, thank you so much for the host, Remazi. I don't think I've had a chance of pronouncing your name correctly, but that's what I can. That's what I can do for now. Oh, Julien with a huge miss, and yeah, he eats 2 greens for it. Wow, he was looking so strong in the last game against Drew, which is always a favorite to win.